Guten Tag, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Resurrection. As you can see, I've rearranged a little bit. I've built a sound muffler to kind of muffle the sound of this. Send a transfer pipe for steam over to my steam dynamo to run my pulverizer. Today, we're going to build a tree farm using Steve's carts. But before that, we're going to make a few more GregTech machines. First up, we're going to make a compressor, which is very, very useful. So, steam compressor. 2 pistons, small bronze pipes, that's a piston recipe, same as vanilla, and a bronze hull. Lots and lots of bronze. Good thing I've already got it made, huh? I'm prepped for this episode. So there we go, steam compressor. Real easy. Let's toss that over here. Plunk. Oops, I need to get my wrench. So I tell it to output steam somewhere else. Alright, now we're going to put steam to the top. Alright, now what this does is allows us to compress things. Of course, what we really need it for is for iron. Because we're going to make an anvil. And in order to make an anvil, you have to have a compressor. And for the reason we're making an anvil is you want a forge hammer. Steam forge hammer. 1 anvil, which requires 3 blocks of iron. So that's 9 and 18 blocks of iron. And while that cooks away, we'll make all the other components. Alright, which is real easy. So we'll just move this stuff around. The anvil will go right there on the bottom. And let's see how this is going. There's one. It'll take a little bit of time. So in the meantime, we're going to get started on the next thing we're going to do, which is a tree farm. But I'm going to use mine factory loaded. Oops, Steven. Instead, I'm going to use the Steve Carts one, which is modeled after one that Direwolf20 did, which I thought was pretty cool. And I know it's not the cheapest or most efficient, but to me it looks pretty cool. Now let me find the cart assembler. There it is. So 4 blocks of stone, 3 pieces of iron, and 2 PCBs, which is 4 iron each, 4 redstone, and 2 gold each. But I've got all that right here. So let's take that over here and build ourselves a simple PCB. 1, 2, cart assembler, and there we go. Now the cart assembler, let's see, we'll toss that thing down. Yeah. Let's look at all my machines here. I'll kind of toss it there. Now this is the cart assembler. So you put a hull, engine, attachments, tool, storage, all kinds of stuff. Now this thing, of course, runs off fuel. So we'll toss a stack of charcoal in there just to warm it up. And I'll toss another one in there. Make it nice and even. Let's see how this is going. Aha, done. So let's go back and make that forge hammer. First we're going to make that anvil. So 3 blocks of iron, 4 pieces of iron gets us an anvil. Anvil go into here. We have a forge hammer. I'll plop our forge hammer down over here. Give it a vent on top. Now what could we possibly use that for? Well, let's take a look. What did I do with that stuff? Oh, I know. I've been pulverizing stuff, and I've run out of room for things. So, what you can do with this crushed ore, and that's a heck of a lot quieter than it used to be. Just blink, 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 blink. Now what can you do with impure? You can smelt it into copper. So there we go. Look at that, like nothing. Blink, 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 blink. Toss it in here with a couple pieces of charcoal, and we'll have some more copper to make some bronze. The reason, that's right, I said bronze. The reason I'm saying that is we need to eventually make a large bronze steam boiler. And that takes a lot. So let's look at that. Bronze steel boiler. There it is. 3 by 3 by 5 block. Alright. the controller, and then fireboxes, casings, pipe casing blocks, an input, or really two inputs. One for fluids, one for one for fluids, one for fuel, a maintenance hash, and one for hatch, and an output for the steam. So lots and lots and lots and lots of runs. So that's why that forge hammer is of big interest to me, is so I can grind all my ores down and forge hammer them away. So let's let that thing run on some stuff I have. See, that's copper right there. So let's toss a stack in and let that thing chunk away. And that muffler makes a world of difference. Alright, but anyway, let's get back to steel carts. Alright, so we've got a cart assembler. Well, the first thing we're going to need to make is the standard hull, which is easy. Iron and iron wheels, which is just 4 sticks and a piece of iron. There we go, 2 wheels. And that. Standard hull, easy. Alright, that's getting a little loud. We'll do that later. I don't want to detract from this too much. So we have a standard hull. Next thing on the checklist is a smelter. Where's our smelter at? I want to find it. Okay, smelter. The reason we want the smelter, and that's the recipe for a simple PCB, is we want to make an advanced smelter, which includes a smelter, diamond, PCBs, and advanced PCBs. The advanced PCB is just 2 more PCBs with some more stuff. The reason is the advanced smelter will let us do 2 things. It'll let us smelt stuff like a normal smelter, i.e. turn wood into charcoal, but it'll also let us transfer it to the engine itself. That way our minecart fills itself first, and then it fills its inventory. That way it never runs out of fuel. No. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how that works. So let's get the parts for that. Let's see, I think that was right here. Smelter parts. Smelter, so PCB. And smelter. Smelter, easy. Alright, advanced smelter. Diamond and lots more stuff. That's this right here. Alright, so advanced smelter. We got our smelter. We need 2 PCBs. We really need 4 because advanced PCB, got 1. And now the advanced smelter is just that. Look at that, an advanced smelter. And somehow I ended up with extra iron. I don't know how that happened, but that's okay. So standard hull, advanced smelter. Now before we go any further, let's toss those in. It would help if I got them out of the project table, huh? Alright, so standard hull goes up there. Look, it goes capacity of 200, complexity cap 50, and complexity is the modular cost, I believe. So this fits in one of these things. Add-ons, there we go. You see it's going to take 15 minutes. Alright, total cost 42, so we still got quite a bit left. But we're not done yet. We need to add some more stuff. Alright, next thing up is the engine. Piston, iron, furnace. All we're doing is making a coal engine. Let me find it. There it is. Coal engine. Simple coal engine. Iron, furnace, and 2. Oh, that's the extra iron. So, coal engine. Easy, right? Piece of cake. Next up is side chests. These right here. Gotta have some storage to store the wood and saplings, right? Since this is a tree cutter, so we got chest lock, chest pane, large chest panel, huge chest panel. Alright, now before I run through this so that everybody sees what it is, and it's actually really, really simple. So chest lock is a piece of iron and a piece of stone. A chest pane, you get 32 of them, is 7 planks and 2 logs. And large panes is 4 chest panes. Huge panes are 9. So real easy stuff, right? Boop, boop, boop. And boom. Alright, so chest. Side chests. Yay! And the last thing we need is a basic woodcutter. Now, you can do some fancier stuff in here. So let's see. I don't know where we are. Galgorian. Hardened, I'm not going to mess with it because it's really expensive. Basic, there we go. That is a piece of iron and 5 saw blades, which is 2 iron and a diamond. And a woodcutting core, which is an advanced PCB with saplings. That's the last stuff here. Bing, bing, bing. Let's toss that all up in here. It's really easy to make. So let's start. Woodcutting core, advanced PCB, simple PCBs. 1, 2 PCBs, and then turns into an advanced PCB, which then turns into a woodcutting core. Saw blades. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we're still 5 of those, plus 1 of those, plus some iron becomes our basic woodcutter. And yes, I know I have 4 extra iron. I don't know how that happens still. I must have been bad at math. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I added a second small coal boiler. I extended my tank a little bit. Oh wow, that thing's starting to fill up. We'll get there. Alright, so let's put the tool in there, basic cutter, the side chests, and the engine. And that's all we need. I really don't know what that is. Alright, so there we go. We've got our cart, we've got storage, we got an engine, we got a tool, and we got a smelter. That's all we need to cut trees. Now it's going to take 27 minutes. So, there you go. Yes, that's 27 minutes real time, and it's going to burn through some fuel. So I'm going to toss some more in there. That way it stays running. And we're just going to let that run. Alright. So, we're still pretty early in the episode. Let me talk about what I'm going to do next. Alright. Between episodes, I've been busy working on stuff as well as making some steel. What do we need steel for? Oops. Let me toss this stuff away for right now. Look at that. Copper ingots. Yeah. What do we need steel for? Well, we need steel to branch into the electrical age. Alright, so we got that going for our tree farm. The reason we need that is we're going to do a lot of stuff. The first thing to do is make some molds. Now, when I say molds, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, now there's several we need. We need a casing mold. Let me back up. In order to generate electricity, we need a turbine. And I'm going to start with a, where is it? There it is, steam turbine. Alright, now in order to make this, there's several things we need. Alright, first off, bronze flow types. We can make that. That's easy stuff, right? Tin rotors, easy peasy. Tin plates, we know how to make plates. Screwdriver, haven't made that before. That's rods. And rods are created with a file. Okay, that's easy enough. Ring, how's a ring come? It's a rod hammered. Okay, that's easy too. Let's see, electric motor is copper wire, snips, vector wire mill, cutter or wire cutter. Okay, that's easy. Wait, magnetic iron. How do we make that? Oops, I think I went too far. Magnetic iron. Oh, I don't have magnetic iron. Oh, an iron rod with redstone. Oh, that's easy. We can do that too. Now here comes the tricky thing. Electrical circuit. That's easy. Wires. Okay, copper wires, easy to do, no problem. Or is it? Copper wire requires rubber sheets. There's 2 ways to make copper wire. This way, which is the rubber bar, the easy way. But there's an alternate tin cable. We have to have a rubber sheet. And the way we make a rubber sheet is with alloy smelter and a plate mold. So we have to get a plate mold, which consists of a empty plate, which is 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces of steel. There we go. Because the only way we can reduce that, reduce the recipe of 2 steel ingots to 1 steel plate, is with a bender, and we're working there. And the other thing we're also going to have to make for these circuits, oops, that's not the one I wanted. There we go. Is these NAND chips. So we got red alloy, tin, and red alloy is just, let's see, alloy smelter is the one we got to use. There we go. One piece of copper. Yep, hold on, let me find the right recipe. One piece of copper, 4 redstone. So really easy to make, not too hard. Casings. Alright, and yes, that's steel. So that's 2 more plates. But there's another way to make this. Because we have an alloy smelter, and if we make a mold casing, we can make these cheaper, and we will need these a lot. Because everything takes circuits and casings. So that's why we need a mold casing, and that's also why we need a plate casing. The other casing that's going to be of use when we get to making, that we'll need for a bender to help us save materials later on, is for these electric pistons, rods, cables, is that gears. This is the hard way to make a gear. Plates and rods. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces of 12 ingots. Right? 12 ingots. Or, since we already have an alloy smelter, we can make a gear mold which only uses 8, so reduces the cost by 4. So just making a vending machine, that saved us 8 plates, and we just paid for this right there. Right there, on one machine, we paid for that mold gear, and we will use it later on, just in savings. So those are the 3 casings we're going to make right now. Unfortunately, the only way to make them, you guessed it, is with a hammer. so that's one. There's another. Yep, that was a lot, wasn't it? Yeah, a lot. Alright, so let's go back and make these molds. Alright, so plate is, well, first off we need to make 3 of these. So, hammer, file, and so 1, 2, 3. Oh, a lot of material, huh? Alright, so first off, plate. That's easy. Hammer, plate, done. Casing. Easy too. Alright, gear. Oh, who would have predicted that, huh? Easy peasy. Alright, so there we go. We just saved ourselves a little bit of steel that way. Not the most in the world, but, in my mind, every little bit helps. So we'll toss those in there for now. Alright, because before we can do anything else, oh, I'm sorry, I've got one other thing to show you. Wire mill. Okay, this is another very useful one. Just 4 motors, 2 circuits. Yeah, see why the casing is important? That's 4 NANDs you need for right there. Alright, and then bars and bars for rubber, right? Heavy machine hull is really easy. The useful thing about the wire mill, is let's say you make some tin wire. So the other way, 1 tin plate, which is 2 tin ingots, to 1 tin wire, right? Or a wire mill gives you 1 ingot and 2 pieces of wire. See? Big savings. So right after the steam turbine, we're going to make a wire mill and a bender, and then we're going to make some batteries. But we're going to save that for next episode. Alright, let's do a quick status check on this. And 19 more minutes. Alright, so I'm going to pound some more stuff in the ground and let that thing build. But before we leave, let's see, it's almost done. Started a tree farm for IC2 rubber. This is my manual tree farm, but I've already laid the track out for that. I've been digging some holes with my turtle, farming this thing up, and, slowly working on the inside of here. Slowly, slowly. It's starting to come together. You know, get a little kitchen with cabinets and everything, nice little couch, fancy little fireplace. I'll slowly work on that. Oh, turtle's done. Haha. Tell you, these miner turtles are awesome. Let's see, what do we see down there? It looks like more copper stuff. Let's see, what kind of loot did you get me? Spessarite, grossular, dandelion. I have no idea what those do, but oh well, I'll figure it out. Anywho, if you like what you saw, and you look forward to seeing the Steve's Cart Tree Farm, as well as some more GregTech stuff, I'll see you next episode.